now tuned to the show once again, and we're going to take another trip down horror lane. So today I want to talk about a horror series that's on Netflix, that's available on Netflix. It's called The Unsettling. Unsettling, first off, I actually liked it. I think it was pretty cool. It was pretty decent. It was pretty fair. We see a lot of series that are not not so much like this one. We have a series, we have a lot of these series right now that are where it's multiple episodes, but there's different storylines. But this one was an episode. There's been a couple like this, but episodic a horror series where it's just pretty much about one particular story. Now, I think it was pretty cool. It was pretty disturbing. It was had a lot of cult activity into it as far as what we could see. We know it was a lot of cult activity going on the series Unsettling. It was pretty decent. Okay, pretty good. It had pretty decent cast. Had some good some known characters and some not known characters, but it's pretty much overall pretty cool, pretty decent. I liked it personally. I liked it. I think it was good. If you haven't checked out the series yet, I think you should go and check it out. Now, I will say this though, for you guys, a spoiler down. I don't know because they named it The Unsettling, and then it was an episodic series, but then at it ended where we saw the ending story. For those of you guys that have seen it, you've seen the ending of the story. What my concern is, are they going to try and turn this into a series where The Unsettling into an episodic series where they keep going on to different storylines for an episode? A season. Each season is going to be about a different storyline, but pertaining to that land or to that house. I don't want to see that personally, because to me that's basically too much overwhelming. So I'm not interested. I'm not thrilled and hyped to see a series if that's what they're going to do. If they're going to turn The Unsettling into a series where they're going to make seasons where it's going to be a different storyline but pertaining to that specific land or that specific house, I'm not interested in that. Okay, if that's where it's going to be, then leave it alone. Now, I'm hoping that the series, that will just be what it is. That series, that one season, that's what it's about, and that's it. They're not going to keep making, because we saw in the last episode, for you guys that did see it, we seen a new family coming into the house. From the beginning of the movie, I can tell when I first saw the opening scene, I could tell, okay, this was going to be a cultic, basically about a cultic, some type of cultic thing going on. And as we got into a couple of episodes, you start seeing that's what was going on. It was this claiming about a religion, but it was particularly about this whole cult going on into this particular small town, and that was being unrevealed. And then as we got this along to see, we started getting to see how some things were coming to the surface about what happened on this land and what happened specifically in the house, about what was going on in this small town. But like I said, it was good, and just the twists and turns in it was good. Especially, I like the little thing between where one of the orphanage girls, she was dating the guy, and they were planning to leave away from that town and get away from this whole area where they was about this little cultic thing. She was trying to get away from it. But now one of the other girl, she had got drawn into it, and she was following this the male guy that was like one of the leaders of this cult, and like I said, you could tell she was heavily in it, but she had a crush on the guy's son as well. But come to find out that the other girl was dating him, so that little thing right there, the little love triangle, that was kind of that was good. It was a little thing, but as you can see, the characters switched. I like how the characters were switching. You seen the female, the actress that was heavily into it, and she was getting sucked into it and being controlled into it. She actually started. When she started uncovering and learning about from the other ones what was going on, she left away from it. I like that. I like the development of the little kid. I like how throughout half of the season, or pretty much majority of the season, he had the majority, like he was really on this, like, called something wrong with this child, and he's real sick and real twisted, and he was doing some evil things. I like how they incorporate what we seen the growth. We saw the growth of the little boy, how he was at first, and then how he became towards the end of the season, the last couple of episodes. I like that about it too. So the writer, I liked how that transition, and they show the development of the character, because when we're talking about a writer, when we're talking especially about screenplays, and to a certain extent, you do want to show that's an important part of any screenplay, or what any writer should know, or you should have learned, whether you're beginning, novice, or soon-to-be writer. You should know that when you're talking about screenplays, even when it's not a screenplay, if it's a novel or etc., you want to show the development of a character. And I like how they show the development, and how the switching of two characters, how we saw the changing, how the one of the teenage girls, how she was heavily obsessed into this whole religious cult, but then she started switching her views as she got to start discovering what was going on. And also, I like the development and the transition of the young boy, how it was portrayed, how he was so wicked and evil, but then as we saw the change of him and he became more like, we got to see that it was really, he was just like, he was a victim just as well as how these foster children was. He was a victim by his own mother, how his mother was making him heavily into this cultic thing, and she was just so messed up and screwed up, okay? But I did like the development of a couple of the characters. But overall, I do think that this was a good actual series, a short series. The Unsettling, I think it was good. The storyline was good. It's not really nothing pretty much I can say bad about it. The only thing I can say is I'm hoping that they do not do this, that they do not turn this into a episodic series where it keeps bringing in every season. It's a new cast and new characters, but it's still pertaining to the specific. So it keeps progressing. So I like the way it went. It was good to be an actual. It was a horror flick, but it was basically like a horror series where it was episodic. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys. Curious to know what you guys think. If you have watched The Unsettling, available on Netflix, did you like it or did you didn't like it? What I want to know is from you guys, who was your favorite character? If you had to narrow it down just one or two, one or two characters, who was your favorite character, or who was your favorite two best characters on The Unsettling? That's all I have for you guys. I want to thank you guys once again for tuning into the show. So as you guys already know, we're going to keep going. So until next time, y'all already know what it is. Peace and blessings.